AFC champs.
Yeah, I think the New England Patriot offense is going to be almost impossible to play man-to-man against, okay? If you're a defense and you want to play man-to-man against them, number one, can you cover A.J. Brown? Do you have a guy who can cover A.J. Brown? Then think about the butterfly effect of that. Then you have to cover Matt Collins, Kayshon Boutte, Pop Douglas, Hunter Henry, Raridan, who's their tight end that they drafted, and Kyle Williams. You just don't have enough humans. This was an offense that was really good against man coverage as a quarterback last year, Drake May. Part of that is his legs. I think it's going to be almost impossible to play man against this offense.
Did you even mention Romeo Doubs?
Romeo Doubs?
I mean, this is another. Like, seriously, though, this was what they wanted to address. They felt like, especially in the red zone, they didn't have guys that could win, and obviously A.J. Brown changes that for them.
Well, it has to do with the offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels. He's been there such a long time, and what I love about Josh McDaniels, he knows the roles. He will pick a guy based on his role, how he can attack. I've mentioned it, you'll hear me say this on the show a lot. 4 levels. People are like, oh, it's only 3. No, 4. The 4th level is the one that gets you fired when you're opposing defensive coordinator, which is touchdowns, chunk plays. That 4th level, every team wants a 4th level wide receiver that can open everything up. And the last point, Stephon Diggs was used 70% of the time out wide, beginning of the season. He figured out, that's my Brown brother. That is Julian Edelman. He's going to get somebody who can maneuver behind the line of scrimmage, 0 to 9 yards, and go ahead and do his thing.
We can laugh. We can laugh. It's okay. I think the way I look at it is
exactly what Josh said.
Josh McDaniels back in the day with Gronk used to put Gronk by himself, and it was a very simple concept. It's yes or no. Yes, do you throw it to Gronk, or no, they're doubling him. It's going to be very similar with A.J. Brown. They're not the same type of player. No, they would be utilized in the same type of way. It would be Drake May going, do I like it? Yes or no? And if I don't, there's so many other people they now can attack with the pass game in their offense. It's going to be a very difficult matchup.
So Drake May finished second in the MVP voting last year. Take me through the MVP conversation this year. Who do you have your eye on?
Justin Herbert has to be in the MVP conversation as we get into December. This is a young man that has had some historical seasons in the NFL. And this is an offense that will have an offensive line, if healthy, that will be one of the better in the league. They've got players on the perimeter that I think are just really good players and just scratching the surface. Quentin Johnston, can you do it again? Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris, who's the young man, Brennan
Thompson.
That they love.
From Mississippi State, he got speed. And you know Mike McDaniels loves his speed.
That they love. Mike McDaniel is one of the great offensive minds in the NFL, specifically when starting games. That first 15 type of clip. I would not be shocked if Herbert just lights teams up early in games with that combination, and all of a sudden he's got this run into November and December where he's playing as good as anybody at the position.
It was one of the places I went on my training camp tour was the Chargers. Talked to Mike McDaniel, and he said, a lot of the stuff we run, the people from the Kyle Shanahan kind of tree, is designed to sort of minimize the importance of the quarterback in the offense, right? Build it out from the run game.
It's a real thing.
Yes. But he said, but this guy, McDaniel said to me, he felt like his career has kind of been pointing to like a chance to coach a player like this, and the idea that it could elevate beyond anything we've already seen from McDaniel.
Mike McDaniels is from that Kyle Shanahan tree in run game coordinator.
Yes.
So he marries everything together.
Yeah.
The pass game coordinators, generally, they struggle a little bit. But when you got a run game coordinator, he understands how they all work together.
Yeah. And they got him the pieces he wanted. Yeah, I mean, Charlie Kolar, the blocking tight end,
Yep.
Alec Ingold, the fullback that he had in Miami. He asked for certain things, and the Chargers front office delivered. The center he wanted, Tyler Biadasz. So, it is set up for them to score a lot of points.
And then you got Trey Harris. He was a lot of times used out wide.
Yeah.
He was used in the slot with Greg Roman. But you drafted him second round. 70% of his work is done outside. So put him outside. And Quentin Johnston, he's going to have a breakout year, and it's going to be fantastic. And then my guy, Lord.
Let me run something by you. Currently, Herbert 10-1 to win the MVP award. That's tied with Drake May and Patrick Mahomes. It's ahead of your boy Matthew Stafford, and it's ahead of who else was I looking at there? Caleb Williams as well. So these prices are, these are relatively current right there. Behind them, though, Matthew Stafford. What do you think about that? He's 14-1. Herbert, you're not the only one loving him. The market has loved him as well as that price has continued to drop.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Matthew's coming off of the MVP season. I don't know if you're replicating 46 touchdown passes again in the style of ball that they're going to play. But I think that the way that it is set up in L.A. for Justin Herbert, these coaches that come from this tree haven't had a physical presence or a talent like Herbert. To Graz's point, it's been the Kirk Cousins, the Jimmy Garoppolos, awesome players, but not guys that you sit there and say physical freaks. This guy's a freak.
Matt LaFleur goes to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers wins back-to-back MVPs, right? Matt Ryan won MVP with these guys coaching
Matthew
in
Stafford
Atlanta.
and Sean McVay.
So when it is an elite talent guy, we see elite performance.
With that offensive line healthier than last year, sky's the limit for that offense with the Chargers. One of their chief rivals in the AFC West. Tell me about them.
The Denver Broncos are the best team that, for some reason, hasn't been talked about since the Bo Nix injury. This was the #1 seed in the AFC playoffs last year, and their highest paid player was Russell Wilson. That salary is off their books. Their quarterback costs $5 million this year. They traded their first-round pick for a guy that is a 100-catch walking dude in Jalen Waddle. This roster is absolutely loaded. It's a Super Bowl winning coach. They're going to have one of the best offensive lines in football. They got plenty good players on the perimeter. They'll have a top 10 run game. They got a clutch quarterback. They've got a defense that is as good as anyone's in football. They are the best team that for some reason we are constantly overlooking.
Because we want to leapfrog them and say, hey, where are the Kansas City Chiefs? But the Kansas City Chiefs are right now #3, right? And they're
in the division.
In the division.
Correct.
But the Broncos are locked and loaded. And I got to take some humble pie and just say, man, I've always looked at it like, hey, you can't win football games consistently by just only showing up and playing your best ball in the fourth quarter. Well, when you have a great defense like the Denver Broncos, and Bo Nix has been working on his game, and then and Davis Webb now is in charge, he's going to do a little bit different things, and Sean Payton is going to give him an opportunity. Man, Bo Nix is going to prove and show that they made the right choice, and he is their quarterback of the future.
Like, we've lived in this world, and rightfully so, where if you were a Ravens fan or if you were a Bills fan, it was, how do you get past Kansas City? And that was deserved.
Yep.
How do you get past Denver? If you're a Ravens fan, if you're a Bills fan, how do you beat Denver?
I was on the sideline in Denver last year when they beat Kansas City, and they had them, but it came down to a field goal, and that Broncos sideline was not exhaling until the result came through. They knew the Chiefs were the team they still had to beat. Look, Davis Webb, this is not a small thing. Sean Payton giving up play calling is a significant thing, and it says to you, hey, we realized something that was wrong last year, in Sean Payton's case, might have something to do with me. It's important for me to subvert myself a little bit so we can take that next step. Fascinated to see how it works.
Wild to have an AFC West detailed conversation focus on the Chargers and the Broncos, and then you start to consider talking about the Chiefs.
We talked about the Raiders before, too.
We did. Absolutely stacked. Coming up on ESPN2, the rookies came to play. Fernando Mendoza and Drew Aller made strong first impressions last night. Which rookie quarterback gave us the most reason to believe? We'll break it all down at the top of the hour.